They changed it. Before you just swipe down to flip the camera, now you have to double tap. I swipe down, I enter the broadcast. I get it, we're double tapping. Okay, hi everyone. Mary Tully here from Tully's Training. Hope you all had a fabulous weekend and you had a really nice Monday. I was in Los Angeles over the weekend at a wedding. That was great. Now I'm back in Seattle. I'm excited to be talking to all of you. So Kyle and I decided that for the next couple weeks, we're actually going to go back through some of our favorite blog posts that we have on tullystraining.com, and we're going to do broadcasts on some of our favorite ones. So today, I'm doing my absolute most favorite blog post, which talks about puzzle toys. So if you have read anything that I've written, or if you've had a training session with me or taken a group class, you probably have heard me talk a lot about puzzle toys. And the reason why is because I truly believe that puzzle toys can save your soul. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about what puzzle toys are. I wanted to talk to you about how you can use them the best, and a few different kinds that are in existence that you can see on the blog post that this will be paired with, this video. You will see some specific examples of those, of some of our favorite brands. So what is a puzzle toy for a dog? It sounds crazy. Basically what it means is, usually for the puzzle toys that I use, you put food inside of something and the dog, depending upon what kind of toy it is, has to figure out how to get the food out. So the reason why we utilize puzzle toys is because, as Victoria Stilwell says, we are the country of unemployed dogs. We have a bunch of dogs that are really bored, that are very understimulated, both physically and mentally, and puzzle toys are really, really great for taking a mundane daily activity and turning into something fun and interesting and time-consuming. So anytime you can take something that's already gonna happen and you can turn it into an activity for your dog, the better. You wanna take advantage of every single one of those opportunities you can. Are you chewing on your bone? You wanna say hi? Say, hey everybody. He's chewing on his bone. Okay, so, the way that you usually would utilize a puzzle toy is you would put food inside of it. So for some puzzle toys, you might put a treat or some kibble inside of it, just plain. For others, you might mix up some sort of a concoction. For even others beyond that, you might, kind of do all kinds of even like people food in there. So really just whatever is going to be interesting for your dog, and then also depends on what type of puzzle toy you have. But essentially the idea is you put food into it and your dog gets the food out of it. I recommend that people take one daily meal that their dog gets every single day and feed it out of a puzzle toy. Ideally, you would have 2 or 3 different types of puzzle toys in your house, and that way you can rotate, so they're not getting the same exact puzzle toy every day. One of the funny things about enrichment is that if you give them the same thing every single day, it doesn't count as enrichment anymore. It becomes just as boring as that food bowl that they have. So, but if you feed them one night out of a Kong, and then you feed them the next night out of a feeding ball, and then you feed them the next night out of another Kong, and then the time after that they get fed via training session, and then you feed them out of the bowl, because the bowl doesn't happen every single night. The bowl actually becomes enrichment and interesting and different because they get access to all their food at once. So crazy. So basically, by varying up the way that they get fed, that's how you keep those enriching qualities happening. So a few different types of puzzle toys that I really like. Probably the ones that I use the most are stuffed puzzle toys that use stuff. So one example that everybody knows about usually is the Kong. It has this nice kind of shape that looks like a little snowman, and it has a hole that goes all the way through. Another type of puzzle or stuffed toy that I like to use are these West Paw toys. I have had this West Paw toy and this Kong. Gosh, I've had these both for like probably 3 years. And as you can tell, they're still in really good shape. And my dog is a serious chewer. So these brands are really, really fantastic. Another fun one is just to get bones that they've already chewed out. They've gotten all the marrow and all of the good stuff off of it and around it. you can put stuff in here too. So usually the way that I recommend to my clients, the way that they use them, if they feed their dog kibble, is you mix your kibble with some sort of a binder until it's like a cookie dough consistency. So you could use peanut butter, you could use applesauce, cottage cheese, whatever your dog likes, and it's not going to upset their stomach. Keep in mind fat content and all of that stuff. Check with your vet before you change your dog's diet, obviously, but those are just some examples. Mix the kibble with the binder in the bowl, stuff it in your Kongs, stick it in the freezer. So if it's frozen, it's gonna take them a lot longer to work that food out. Now, if you have a huge dog and you're thinking, I'm not gonna be able to fit his whole dinner in this one Kong, totally fine, no problem. Get a bunch of Kongs. When Kai was a puppy, I used to leave him alone at night with like 6 Kongs, or not alone at night, and then when I would go to work the next day in the morning, I would put him in his crate with like 6 Kongs that were all full. And by the time I came home, they were all empty and he was passed out unconscious. So yeah, you can definitely give them more than one, and freezing them is a huge helper. You can also look up Kong recipes online, which is kind of fun, and you can actually layer different ingredients in there to keep it interesting and fun for them. So another type of puzzle toy that I recommend is a feeding ball. This one you can put treats inside. If you have your dog on like a raw diet, you could put ZB Peak in there. Or if your dog's on kibble, you can just dump literally like their whole breakfast, lunch, or dinner into the puzzle toy. You screw the top on and you put it down. It's probably the easiest one to use. It's really great for puppies because they get to run around and chase the ball, and they can kick it around and hit it up against stuff, and it's just really fun. You also can use it for dogs that maybe are a little bit slow to eat. Some dogs, if they have something to do with their food, or if they're moving, it gets their blood pumping and it can stimulate their appetite. So those are really great for dogs that maybe are kind of slow to eat. But yeah, those are really fun. Depending upon how much food you put in there, it can keep them busy for an hour. Sometimes they even have to take breaks because they get so tired, and then they come back and finish. So it's a really great one, really easy to use. And the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is these specific puzzle toys. The brand that I like is Nina Ottoson. And these guys, I don't even know what you would call them, but they look like children's games, kind of. They come in all different shapes and colors and different difficulty levels, and usually it involves some sort of like push a lever or pull a handle or press a button or a combination of a few different steps to get food or treats to fall out of it. So those require a little bit more training up front, but holy moly, it is so fun once they know how to use it to watch how smart your dog is. I feel like these are really good. If you think your dog's not that smart, you should try getting one of these toys and try teaching them how to use it. And I bet you that your dog will surprise you with their problem-solving skills. So those are a few different favorite ones that I like. Kai's getting really feisty. He's ready for his evening walk, I think. Are you getting really feisty? Oh boy, you want to play? He says, what about this puzzle toy? It's not a puzzle toy, that's just a rope. Alright guys, so that's all I have for you today. I will be back Wednesday to talk to you about another blog post. I don't know what one it's going to be yet. It's going to be a big surprise. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope that you all have a really great day.